Morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be going through some stretches, okay, working on that mobility, keeping those joints open and supple, especially if you've got a desk job and you're sitting down all day. You're going to get very tight through the hips, and that puts a lot of pressure on the lower back. So a wonderful position to get into is quite simply a squat. So feet slightly wider than hip width apart, toes at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, and then squat down. Now, try to keep your heels flat on the floor. Sometimes you might need a pole to hold on to. Sometimes you might be leaning a long way forward. Sometimes your heels might be coming off the floor. This is something that you need to be working on. If I need to hold on to the grass to stop me from falling over. So this is the right position that I'm in. Okay? Now, from here I can open up my chest and push my knees out and really straighten my spine. So I'm rotating my pelvis, or I'm gonna bring my arms inside my knees and pull my torso down in between my legs to open up my lower back. Okay? Now, I'm gonna keep my chest on my thighs whilst I straighten my knees. And I'm going to do that a few times very slowly and controlled. Down, enjoy this position, and then up, and enjoy the other position. Focusing on opening up my hamstrings, and down, pushing my knees apart, keep my chest nice and upright, and bum up, stretching the hamstrings. Okay, next up we want to go into, staying down there. From here we're going to go out into a plank. Now we're going to do some dive bombers, okay? So I want you to pike your bum up nice and high, pushing my heels into the floor, and I'm really trying to push my head through to get my big toes. Like I wanted to kiss my big toe. And then drop my hips down. Don't rest your legs on the floor. Back, really pushing the head down to the toes, pushing the heels into the floor, feeling a stretch maybe through my armpits, through the back of my legs, and then back up again. Open up your lower back. So hold that position if you can. Some of you, you're going to find that you start shaking in some of these positions, and that's typically a good thing because the muscle's starting to release and relax under tension, which is what we want as opposed to a long static stretch. Okay, so back into my plank position. So I've just finished my dive bombers. Now I'm going to come through into a long lunge, watching my ring finger. Try to keep that back knee straight. Don't come down onto the floor. Keep my hips up nice and high. I'm driving my pelvis down, and I'm watching my ring finger rotating and opening up my chest. And then back down and round. Other side. Watching my ring finger. Relaxing. Swap. I'm going to hold each side for at least 2 breaths. Now this time, I'm going to come back up into my squat position and sit here again. Now this time whilst I'm here, I'm going to change the emphasis from hip to hip. Okay, so if I rotate around so you can see me again, whilst I'm down in this position, I'm just, with this shoulder and this hip, I'm just gonna push forward that little bit. I'm pushing that knee out, and I'm trying to push my pelvis forward a little bit. So I'm just changing the emphasis of the stretch. Now this would be a good warm-up drill, or everything we've done so far would be good warm-up, excuse me, before deadlifts and squats. If you held the stretches for a lot shorter, okay? I can come forward, put one knee on the floor, I'm gonna drive my pelvis forward. Opening up my pelvis under load at the bottom of the range of motion. Hands on the floor, let's extend our legs. If you can touch the floor, that's great. Hands above the head, fold yourself in half. All it's doing is putting more load into your hamstrings. Changing the emphasis again. Let's take our bum down. I'm going to take hands up, and we're going to do that twice more. So I push my bum up, and I bring my hands back beside me. I'm going to rotate in a second so you can see from the other direction. Okay, so I'm in this position here in the bottom of a squat. I'm going to lift my bum up and pull my hands down like a front lever at the same time. Focusing on your breathing. All right, that's a pretty good hip and leg. That coupled with my lower back stretches, which is a different section, and that's going to open up everything from the knees through the bra strap wonderfully for you. Some nice dynamic stretches there. Be good to yourself, because you two will be together for a while.